Hello, hello, welcome. We're going to give everybody just a minute to hop on. We are doing something a little bit different today. So first, for those of you who are new to this group, my name is Laurel Huston. I am the creator of Body Mapping and the founder of Reflections Inside and Out, where our goal is to help you love who you are inside and out. There's some interesting energy going on, and so I don't usually do live breathwork sessions, but I felt really called to do one today. And so quick couple things right here at the beginning. If you have never done an active breathwork session, a couple things to know and to just be aware of. So breathwork is intentionally changing your breath patterns. Most people know breath work to do release work, but there are different breath patterns that will also help you to change mindset. There are breath patterns to increase pleasure. There are breath patterns to help with healing. A lot of times people don't realize that they've been taught breath work because it hasn't been called that, but anytime you do intentional breathing where you consciously choose your breath pattern rather than just breathe, that is considered breath work. So if you have never done breath work before, a couple of things to be aware of. If you are already prone to asthma or anxiety, really check in with your body, because if this is something that is going to trigger your asthma or put you into an anxiety attack, stop, slow your breathing down. The beautiful part about breath work is that because you control the breath, you control the depth. So the faster and more intentional you're breathing, the deeper the emotional work you do. So one of the things behind breath work is that because your mind likes to take over and shut your body down and shut your body off, breath work is a way to bypass the brain and help you find emotions or situations that your brain is, I don't want to say hiding you from, but just trying to protect you from. Maybe you have programming that says sadness is wrong, and so you won't allow yourself to feel sad, and yet sadness is the emotion that is preventing you from progressing into your future in the way that you want to progress. So right here at the beginning, I really invite you to be very aware of your breathing, of your breath, and what that does for you. Now, with that being said, because breath work is bypassing all of your psychological blocks in your mind, when you very first start your breath pattern, your brain will go, "Wait, you're about to see something that I've been hiding from you." And so your brain will say, "I can't breathe." And yet if you check into your body's like, "We're good, we've got plenty of oxygen." So that is something to be aware of, is that if you follow the breath pattern in the way that it is being prescribed to you, you have enough oxygen. But in an effort to keep hidden things hidden, your brain will try to get you to go back to a normal breathing pattern so that you don't get those emotional responses. Sorry, there's a lot of traffic all of a sudden. And so with breath work, be very aware of your body. Know that in the beginning your mind will try to say, we're gonna pass out. I've done this hundreds of times. I've never had anyone pass out. Another thing is that when we get to the release part of the breath pattern, you might feel your hands tensing and kind of almost going like rigid. That is very normal because so much energy is being released from you at once that sometimes your hands will kind of seize. That is normal. It can be your hands, it can be your toes, kind of like that toe cramping sensation. It's because you're moving so much energy so quickly that can happen sometimes. But again, be very aware of your body. If you feel like you need to stop the breath pattern at any time, do so, because you can also pick it back up. This is a very beginner breath pattern, and it has two purposes. One purpose is to set an intention and hold that intention, and the second part of the breath pattern is to release what is stopping you or blocking you from receiving it. This breath pattern is called tri-active breathing. Try as in 3, not try as in good luck. So there will be 3 different sets of breathing, and I believe this is for me. I happen to be on Facebook right now, which I'm not usually. Yes. So whatever it is, yeah, you need to set that new intention. And Denisha, you've done this breath pattern before. This is the one we did at the labyrinth. And so I'm going to be curious to see how quickly your brain goes, oh, we know this, and we know it's safe, and we know what this is going to do for us. So what this call will look like, I want to speak into masculine and feminine energy here for just a moment, and then I will take you into the breath pattern. The breath pattern takes 2, 5, 8 minutes total. It's an 8-minute breath pattern. And I will be tracking time. All you need is the ability to be uninterrupted for essentially 10 minutes. So that is what you will need for this. Why I want to first talk about masculine and feminine energy is because masculine and feminine energy, when it is balanced and in empowered masculine and empowered feminine, this is when we are able to set intentions and move forward and progress into them in safety, without fear, without push, without hustle. Sometimes when we set a goal or we set an intention for our day, it becomes so mandatory, so required, that we will actually put ourselves into an emotional hustle trying to make sure that we get it. And we do this with healing. We do this when we're trying to change our emotional state, and we are trying to force ourselves into a different emotional state, and so it feels unsafe. So a couple things to be aware of. All of us have masculine and feminine energy, and masculine energy is the protective energy. Masculine energy is the energy that allows us to hold protective space for ourselves, for other people. But feminine energy is the healing energy. Feminine energy is the pull energy, it's the invite energy, it's the energy that gives us comfort. But you cannot have empowered feminine without also being held by that empowered masculine. And the reason I bring this up right before we do breath work is because when you feel safe, then you allow yourself to heal. You allow yourself to surrender. Surrender does not mean give up. Surrender means let go. It means stop fighting. But for most of us, when we're in that masculine push and we're in that masculine all the time, we feel like if we let go of anything, we'll let go of everything. And it's because we're in that disempowered masculine. We're in defensive energy instead of protection energy. And they are a different energy. So right here at the beginning, I want you to recognize and choose to go into empowered masculine. And what that means is that you are going to create a space around you that helps you feel safe. So if that means you have to go and lock the door so that you can do breath work, then you go and lock the door. If that means you check in and you go, I'm going to set a timer on my phone to come back to this tonight before I go to bed when I can be alone and without distraction, then that's what I mean by set the intention of empowered masculine. You decide what you need to feel safe, to be able to heal. Because without that feeling of safety, you will not go into empowered feminine. And so this is when people try to do healing in disempowered masculine, they do feminine things in masculine energy. And it comes across as someone sitting in the bathtub doing self-care because they have to do self-care. And it's a task instead of something that rejuvenates them. So with this breath work, you need to set up a space that you feel safe in. So if that means locking a door, if that means maybe closing your window, just letting people around you know, hey, I'm going to do this. The other part of that empowered masculine is that empowered masculine energy is about, how do I want to say this? Sorry, as soon as people, all of a sudden I started channeling, there are so many people on this call right now that are like, I didn't even know what this is, I just knew I needed to be here. And so everybody is like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this. And so I'm trying to figure out what it is that everybody needs. part of that masculine that will help you to find safety is to remind yourself that there is just as much good and value in empowered masculine as there is in empowered feminine. Because sometimes a lot of people, when they go into their emotional journey, their healing journey, their spiritual journey, they decide that they can only be in one energy at a time. They can only be in masculine energy because they have shields up and they're safe and they're protected. So then they go to do energy work or healing work or spiritual work, and they have a hard time connecting to their higher power. Or they go, oh, I need to get into my intuitive space, my healing space. And so they let go of all their boundaries, and then they call themselves an empath, and yet they're an empath who isn't healing because they have too much of everybody else's stuff in them. So you have to have the masculine, the empowered masculine, to hold space, to create a vessel, to create and hold and have a space around you that makes you feel safe enough to let go of the things you need to let go of, and to allow yourself into that empowered feminine healing energy. Empowered feminine, when you help yourself or others heal, you don't take on their stuff. That is the point of having the masculine. It's the thing, it's your filter. It's the thing that says, ooh, yeah, I can help you, but I don't need to hurt for you. I don't need to break my arm to understand that you're in pain because you broke your arm. That's disempowered feminine. And many people think that they have to be in that disempowered feminine in order to truly understand each other and to understand healing. And that is not true. So take a really deep breath, and in your mind, just check in and ask yourself, what do I need to feel safe in this moment? What do I need to feel safe in this moment? Is it a locked door? Is it a change of environment or atmosphere? Is it you set a note for yourself on your phone and you come back to this when you're in a totally different space? Is it, I'm listening to this in my car, so I should probably pull over and not do this while I'm driving? It's not just a physical protection. What do you need? Do you need to call in some light to help protect you? Do you need to put up some filters so that good comes in and bad goes out? Whenever I do work for myself or for other people, I visualize a drain, like a shower drain, underneath the chair they're sitting in, or if we're doing breath work and they're laying on the floor, I picture a drain underneath their body so that they don't have to consciously remove things. It just goes down the drain and Mother Earth takes care of it. So do you need something like that in your space right now to really help you feel like you can release and let go? Because a hard thing that a lot of people do is they get leery, is the word I want to use. They get leery of doing release work because they fill the room with everything they're releasing. And so this is why I encourage you to just put a shower drain underneath you when you do the work, and everything just goes down the drain. And you don't have to clean and clear and do all of the other stuff in the room in order to stay in that releasing energy. How can you help yourself to not slip into disempowerment? That is a long question. Let me think if I can think of a quick answer for that. Okay, the quickest answer for that is rather than how do I not go into disempowered, a better question is how do I stay in empowered energy? And empowered masculine knows that it is a vessel and that it has a very specific purpose. So being very clear on your purpose is what helps you stay in empowered masculine. And something that helps you stay in empowered feminine is that you can know that if, and this is, I'm going to use that same analogy. If I have a broken arm, how am I supposed to wrap your cast? So I stay in empowered feminine by knowing and understanding if I am whole and complete, it is easier for me to help other people feel whole and complete. And so I remind myself that I am whole, that I am enough. And another big part of that is that when I am doing tasks or going about my day, I work with pleasure instead of pressure. So even doing this call right now, if I was to go into pressure, I would have my own set of, oh, it has to be done this, this, and this way, and I would get into control, and I would get into my head about the right or wrong way to do this Facebook Live, and there would be pressure behind it. There would be an energy of push. There would be an energy of 100% right versus 100% wrong. But if I do these calls out of pleasure, then I allow myself to tap into source energy and let whatever needs to come, because I feel safe in my boundaries and in the way that I set up my environment to know that I can be both protected and intuitive. That I can be scared and brave at the same time. It's that concept of duality. It's that concept of co-creation. I can have a very structured, empowered space where I feel safe, because then I feel able to show up whole. I don't have to hide anything from you. That's actually another thing that a lot of people are struggling with right now. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of images. When we show up in a hiding energy, we automatically are in masculine. So are you hiding because you fear rejection? That would be disempowered masculine. Are you hiding because you're not sure if the people in the space that you just entered are at a level able to accept what you have to offer? Because that's empowered masculine. Empowered masculine is it's the hidden energy from a strategic point, not a hidden energy from I can't let you see me because you might reject me. So part of that is I show up in pleasure, and I show up saying I allow you to see all of me, because my empowered masculine helps me feel safe enough to do so. So I said that was going to be short, and that wasn't short, but I hope that helped. Thank you, that beautifully explained it. Okay, good, I'm glad. Kathy, you've followed me long enough to know I never answer anything short. Okay, so I want to make sure that we have enough time to do the breath work, and then also to do a little bit of debrief afterwards. So for those of you, whether you're live on the call or you're doing this as a replay, one thing to actually help you feel that you're showing up in wholeness, that you're showing up in part of empowered feminine is to show up in vulnerable energy. When we have the empowered masculine holding space for us, whether it is in the form of another person or in ourselves, we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. So what that would look like on this call is that I'm going in a moment to ask you to share in the chat what your intention is for release and what your intention is for what you want instead. So if you are releasing anger and frustration, what is anger and frustration stopping you from having? What is it that you want? What is it you desire? So if you desire to have more peace in your home, then you're going to, when we do the breath work, you will breathe in peace and calm. And when we do the release, you will breathe out frustration, anger, resentment, anxiety, any of those things. Okay, so I invite those of you who are willing to actually step into that space of vulnerability. And if you're like, I don't know if I'm an empowered masculine, then I give you permission to tap into my empowered masculine so that you can feel what those boundaries of safety feel like. So that you can know, wow, I really do feel very confident and very safe, and I feel safe enough to let go of this. I don't usually allow people into my energy that I have not personally met, but I've set up some really cool boundaries, and I know that there are dozens of angels that are working with me on this, and so I do feel like for those that need to tap into and feel the safety of empowered masculine and the balance of that empowered masculine is not the majority of the energy I'm in. The majority of the energy that I'm in right now is love and light and community. Feminine energy is the we, masculine energy is the me. And so the small part of the me is holding space for the we, and for that community, for that collective, and for that ability to share. One thing that you'll notice if you do tap into my energy is things are very compartmentalized, and so it is not a collective. It is that if you tap in, it's not like you just jumped in the pool with everyone. You have your own pool, because Abigail's energy doesn't need to mix with Jamie's energy, and Kathy's energy doesn't need to mix with Denisha's energy. And so I am able to have you all in your own space so that you can feel your own version of empowered masculine. The other side to that is that the love that you feel, yes, part of it is coming from me, but the love and the healing and the light is source energy, whatever that name is for you, whether that's God, whether that's Christ, whether that's the goddess, whoever your healing power is, that's whose energy you come from in feminine energy. So go ahead and start listing in there what your intentions are, what you're letting go of, what you want to hold on to. And as you do those, I'm going to explain what the breath pattern will be. Okay, so some people are saying frustration with my daughter's mental illness. I want to hold on to grace. Oh, that's beautiful. Better sleep, letting go of anxiety and overthinking, reviving calm and peace. Beautiful. Those are awesome. I'm releasing rejection and sadness. I want to take in the energy of receiving and love. Oh, those are beautiful. Okay, so as you guys share those and as you put those in, this is what the breath pattern looks like. And for those of you that are really interested in breath work, I do have a couple places I can send you for that, and I will talk about that after we do the breath work. This particular breath pattern I learned from Samantha Skelly, and if you are on Instagram, you can follow Samantha Skelly on Pause Breathwork. She does breathwork a lot, and so that is a resource. She's my favorite person to follow on breathwork. Her name is Samantha Skelly. Let's see, letting go of frustration, anger, hurt, and abandonment. Lack of focus and direction, bringing in desire and purpose, bringing in hope, intimacy, and forgiveness. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Okay, so I will have a timer, and I will keep track of the time. So one thing that I ask with this is because keeping track of time is a head thing. So if you try to keep track of time, you're going to defeat the purpose of what we're trying to do. So I will track the time. So this breath pattern will be a 3-minute breath, a 1-minute hold. Yes, you just heard that right. I'm going to ask you to hold your breath for a minute, just a minute. So you'll do a 3-minute of a breath pattern, a 1-minute breath hold, a 2-minute breath pattern, a 1-minute hold, a 1-minute breath pattern, a 1-minute hold. During the breath pattern, this is when you concentrate on what you will be releasing, what you're getting rid of. The breath pattern is very specific to get things up and out. The hold is just as important as the release. And a lot of people don't understand this in their healing, but if you do not hold on to your intention with as much energy and effort as you release the things that are stopping you, the things that stop you have space to come back. So we're creating all this space by releasing things, and the hold is what refills you with the energy of what you desire. So some of you will be like, no, I want to keep releasing, I want to keep releasing. No, when I say hold on to and keep the intention of what you're wanting to hold on to. That's why we hold. So while we are in the 3-2-1 breath pattern, each time it will be the same breath pattern, and you will be breathing in and out through your mouth. If you are in a place that you can lay down, I suggest you do. If you want to sit, that's fine too, but this is a belly breath. So when people breathe with their shoulders, it's all up here. It's in your chest, it's in your shoulders, and those are going to be surface emotions. So if you breathe and your breath, your belly actually goes in and out. Do you see how my shoulders aren't really moving, but you can tell that my body, it's because my diaphragm, my belly is what's moving in and out with the breath. So a couple of things to keep in mind. While you are breathing, If that is too fast for you, if too many emotions are coming up too fast, breathe slower. The faster you breathe, the deeper you go. So some of you may start coughing. Some of you may feel your fingers tense. Remind yourself, I have a lot of oxygen in my head right now. I have a lot of oxygen in my body right now. I am breathing in more than I have probably for the last hour. So you do have enough oxygen, I promise. So with this, you'll do 3 minutes of the in and out breath, 1 minute of holding, 2 minutes of breathing, 1 minute of hold, 1 minute of breath, 1 minute of hold. So there's 2 levels of breathing you can do. One is just a in, out, in, out, in, out. For those of you who feel like you're really ready to deep dive into your breath work, you can use the breath pattern that's an in, out. And as soon as I do it, you'll recognize it sounds like a child crying. In, out, in, out. This is a breath pattern that we instinctively do as a child to balance out our emotions. It's an instinctive breath. Think about when a child is settling and they're done with their tantrum and they're getting rid of it. Okay? So for those of you who really want to go in deep, this is how you do that. In, out, in, out. For those of you that are like, we're gonna get some out, but I'm not ready for that. It's 1 breath in, 1 breath out, all through your mouth. Your belly is moving, not your shoulders. We're not shoulder breathing, we're belly breathing. Okay? So get comfortable. You will do a 3-minute breath, and then I will say, take a deep breath in and hold. When you're breathing, you're releasing. When you're holding, you're setting your intention for what you want to replace it. Are you ready? And even though there's a lag, it'll still only be 3 minutes for you and 1 minute for me. It'll still work, I promise. Okay. Take a deep breath. Get comfortable. Focus on what you're wanting to release. Release, release, release. Even if I start talking, you keep the breath pattern going. I'm going to be encouraging you. I'll remind you what the breath pattern is. I will be using the in, out breath. If it is too fast for you, then go at your own pace. But no, the faster you go, the deeper you go. Ready? Breathe in. Big breath in. And in, out. In, out. Keep going, keep going. In, out. Release, release. In, out. In, out. In, out. Keep breathing. You're doing so good. Ladies, it is safe to feel. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. It is safe to feel. In, out. In, out. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. It is safe to feel. It is safe to feel. In, out. It is safe to breathe. It is safe to feel. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing so good. Keep going. Keep going. In, out. In, out. Think about all of the things you want to get rid of. Feel the emotions that are stopping you. Let yourself feel. It's safe to feel. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. In, out. In, out. It's safe to breathe. It's safe to breathe. Keep going. Keep going. It is safe to feel. Let your emotions come up. It's safe to feel. It's safe to breathe. In, out. In, out. It's safe to feel. It's safe to feel. Breathing. In, out. It's safe to feel. It's safe to feel. In, out. In, out. It's safe to feel. It's safe to feel. You're almost there. You're so close. Keep going. Just a few more seconds. You've got this. Oh, my love, you're doing so good. Keep going. Keep going. Release. Get rid of it. Release. Take a deep breath in. Get ready to hold. Deep breath in through your nose. Fill up your lungs and hold. Hold. Hold on to the desire of what it is you want. Hold on to the emotion of what you want to take over your life, whether it's peace, prosperity, joy, freedom. Hold. Hold. Receive intuition. Receive inspiration. What do you want to hold on to? Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Connection, honesty. Hold on to forgiveness. Hold. Hold. You're almost there. Now breathe out with sound. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Begin the release pattern again. Keep going. It's safe to feel. It's safe to breathe. Oh my goodness, you're doing so good. I know you can feel this in your body. Your body is ready to release the things that are holding you back. It's ready to release the things that are stopping you, from blocking you, from not allowing you to show up whole and complete. Let it go, let it go, let it go. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. Let it go. Let go of hate. Let go of hurt. Let go of lack. Let it go. Keep breathing. It's safe to feel what you need to feel. Let go of anxiety. Let go of fear. Let go of distrust. It's safe to feel. It's safe to breathe. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Let go. You are safe. Let go of fear. Let go of abandonment. Let go of lack. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. You're so close. You're so close. Keep going. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Deep breath in and prepare to hold. Deep breath in and hold. Hold on to love. Hold on to light. Hold. Hold. Hold on to the feeling of connection, of creation. Hold. Hold on to peace. Hold on to prosperity and abundance. Hold. Hold. You're almost there. Keep holding. You are safe to hold on to the things you desire. You are good. They are good. You do deserve to hold on to the life you want. hold. Release with sound. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Your last 1 minute of release. In and out. In and out. Release. Release the deep things that are holding you. It is safe to feel. It is safe to breathe. You can do this. It is safe to release. It is safe to feel. It is safe to breathe. You're so close, my darling. You're so close. It is safe. It is safe to feel. It is safe. It is safe. Release. Let go. Let go. Let go. It is safe. Let go. Let go. Let go. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in and hold. 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 Hold on to love. Hold on to safety. Hold on to healing. Hold on to love. Hold. 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 You're almost there. And it's easy to hold on to the things you love. It's easy to hold on to hope. It's easy to hold. It's easy to hold. It's easy to hold on to forgiveness. It's easy to hold on to hope and connection. It's easy to hold. It's easy to hold. And let go with sound. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now let yourself find just a normal breathing pattern. Let yourself find a place in a space where you can take in and just let yourself feel what it feels like to hold on to intuition, to love, to forgiveness. Feel into that. Allow yourself to feel healed, to feel safe. And when you're ready, tell me in the chat, what did that do for you? If this is your first time with breathwork, let me know if you felt how quickly and effectively this helped you. So some things that are really normal for you right now. Tingling. You have a lot of oxygen and you have a lot of movement of energy. Emotions. High emotions. Whether that is tears, whether that is sorrow. 2-1 breath was more effective for me. So one of the reasons why you do the 3-2-1 is because you do it longer to begin with. Oh, sorry, you're talking about the in and out breath. I feel lighter, calmer, sleepier. Exactly. So one of the reasons why you do 3 and then 2 and then 1 is because, and a smile on my face. Oh, Jamie, I love that. You need that 3 minutes because when you're digging in sand, I'm not feeling as on the verge of tears as I was. Oh, Kathy, that's beautiful. My intention has changed as I released. Oh, that's interesting. I felt tingly, tight across my upper. That's totally normal. Yep. That put me into peace, prosperity, perspective, and love. I feel it. Oh, Michelle, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So with the 3, 2, 1 breath. When you're first digging in sand and you're trying to get to the bottom of a hole, it takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort. And so that's what you're doing with that 3-minute breath, is you're trying to dig to the bottom of it. And then the 2 breath is because it's kind of like, oh, I hit the top of the treasure chest and now I'm brushing it off. I'm finding the edges of what's been contained, of what's been hidden. And then the final 1-minute breath of the is that you're opening up the box so that you can let everything escape. And so this is a beautiful breath pattern. I use it with my kids. I use it with myself. It's a really quick way to shift energy. It's a really quick way to shift and get into a purposeful intention. What is a good way to time this pattern when doing this on your own? Have your phone and have alarms set. And the thing is if you are trying to start and stop a timer so that you have something going off, just keep taking deep intentional breaths in between, but still be intentional, or better yet, just keep listening to this live. Just pull this live back up and let me guide you. I mean, this will be on here for as long as you need it to, and so just pull this up whenever you need to, and that's the most efficient way to do it. But otherwise you'll have to have timers on your phone so you can set a sequence of timers to go off for you. But yes, I love this breath pattern. It's one of my favorite to teach people. This is one of many patterns, many breath patterns. And so I was not planning on doing this when I started this call, but I feel like there are a few people who need individual breathwork sessions with me. And so if that is something that you are interested in doing, I usually do a set of 4 sessions. So we'll set an intention, we'll do one, we'll wait a couple days, we'll do another one, we'll wait a couple days, we'll do another one. So it is a series of 4 to 6, depending on what we work with. But if that is something that you feel like, oh, I need this, I need to do more breath work, private message me and I can send you the link to that. The price up front, I will tell you right now, it's $1,000 for each session. The reason being is because you're getting the mentoring, you're getting the this is what's holding you back. Like, I help you dig so that the breath work is more effective. The breath sessions themselves are anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour and a half, because we do some debriefing afterwards and I give you tools to put into place from one breathwork session to the next breathwork session. So it would be, you know what? Oh, I wasn't going to do that either. Okay, I feel like I need to change this a little bit from what I usually do. So this needs to be 4 sessions. I'm not sure who it is that needs this. It's 4 sessions, and I'm going to do 4 sessions for $2,000. So that is literally half price of how I usually do this. If that is what you're feeling like you need, then reach out to me. And for those of you that are like, oh nope, I'm just going to keep listening to this recording over and over, that's totally fine too. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing this, but I feel like there's someone who's going to be watching this that needs that. So it would be 4 sessions for $2,000. And if it's you, then let me know. And if it's not, then that's just fine. Let's see, Denisha said, I realized that what I really needed to release was the responsibility of providing this intention for my family. Yes, the past disappointments I felt from childhood through present day, the things haven't happened as I desired them to. Yeah. And so that is something that when we release what our head has said, this is what's in your way, this is what's stopping you, your head is just trying to keep you alive. And so sometimes what your head says, this is what we need to get rid of, when you start doing the breath work, and this is, I think it was Kehalani said that something changed during the process of this, it's because when you actually allow your body to decide, when you actually let your body decide what it is that it needs to release in order to get to the root of things, then it changes. And so your head is a very, very beautiful but yet very deceptive tool that we have. And so the whole point of breath work is to ask your body, what do I need to get rid of? What is stopping my mind, my body, and my spirit from becoming aligned? And then your body says, this is what we're getting rid of. And that's what breathwork does. That's why it's so beautiful. So if there is something that you're like, I have done mindset, I have done declarations, I have done everything I can think to do, and this is still blocking me. Then stop asking your head and get into your body. And that's one of the really big things that breath work does for us, is it gets us out of our head and into our body. And so this is why for some of you, you're like, oh, this is what I need to get rid of. And then as you did the breath pattern, your body said, actually, this is the problem. This is what your head won't let you feel. This is what your head won't let you see. But your body is like, and we don't want it anymore. So that's the most beautiful part about this, is that because of how breath work works, if it came up, it's because your mind, your body, and your spirit are all ready to be done with it. So it's such an effective tool, and I love it. So I hope that this was useful. Ellen is my assistant, and I'm going to have her do 2 things with this video. So one will be the whole video, which is about 45 minutes. I try to keep them a lot shorter than this. And then the other one, I'm going to have her pull out just the 8-minute segment that's the breath work, so that when you come to this video, you don't have to scroll through the front of it. You can just listen to the breath work. So there will be 2 of these videos. So one will be the full 45 minutes, and one will be just the breath session. And I hope that that serves you. I hope that that is something that you can use this as a tool. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing an offer. I just felt really called to come and teach about what it feels like to be held in empowered masculine, and what that feels like in healing feminine, and to give you this tool that hopefully will help you. So I love you. Thank you for sharing this time with me. And if there is someone that you know who would benefit from this, please invite them to the group. Please share this information with them. And I'm really excited because some of you I get to see at my live event next week. And so for those of you who are coming to the Discover Your Divine Feminine event, we will be doing breathwork live in person at Discover Your Divine Feminine. There's a really cool breathwork that I'm going to teach you guys there. And I wasn't a fan of breathwork until this session. So I'm glad we were able to change your mind. And so that is something that, for those of you that feel like I need to be in person, I need to be there, then registration for the Discover Your Divine Feminine will close this Thursday. No, this Friday. So after this Friday, the registration will close, and that will not be available for people to sign up for anymore. So I love you. I'm going to let, it'll probably give me about 24 hours for the recordings to get processed and put back up here. But I love you, and I hope that this was helpful, and goodbye.